She said, "My ex is coming to our party. If you're uncomfortable, you can leave." I replied, "Understood." Then I canceled the party and emailed all our friends, "Sorry, canceled." She wanted to host her ex alone. The call she got. Original post. I, 32 male, have been with Fiona, 30, for 4 years, and we've lived together in my condo for the last 2. I own the place. She moved in and pays a small, agreed-upon amount for utilities and groceries. It's been comfortable, stable, or so I thought. We were planning our big annual summer send-off barbecue for this coming Saturday. This is our big joint event. I handle the grill, the meat order, and the booze. She curates the guest list, the side dishes, and the decor. We're expecting about 50 people. On Wednesday night, I was on the couch finalizing the shopping list for the liquor store when she dropped it. "Fiona, oh, just a heads up, I invited Dominic." I stopped writing. "Wait, what? Dominic? Your ex, Dominic? The guy you dated for 5 years? The one you said was so toxic you had to block him on everything?" She waved her hand, not looking up from her phone. "Oh, he's totally different now. He reached out a few weeks ago, apologized for everything. He's really matured. We're just friends. I ran into him last week and told him to come." I stared at her. "You ran into him? And you invited him? To our party? At my home? And you're telling me 3 days before?" She finally looked up, annoyance flashing in her eyes. "Liam, don't make this a thing. It's a party. It's our home, and I can invite my friends. It's my condo, Fiona. You know I'm not comfortable with him. I've heard nothing but horror stories about this guy. I don't want him here." This was it. The moment the mask slipped. She let out this long, suffering sigh. "God, you're being so insecure. It's unattractive. He's just a friend. I already told him he could come, and I'm not uninviting him just because you're feeling paranoid." She stood up, gathering her things. "Honestly, if you're going to be that uncomfortable, you can just leave for the night. Go to a bar. See a movie. It's just a few hours. I'm not going to let your jealousy ruin this." She just told me to leave my own home so she could entertain her ex-boyfriend. I looked at her, really looked at her. The casual dismissal, the utter lack of respect, and all the little red flags from the past few months suddenly clicked into place. I put the pen down. "Understood," I said quietly. She smiled, relieved. "Good. Glad you're not going to be a baby about it. I'm heading to bed." I waited until I heard the bedroom door click shut. Then I opened my laptop, pulled up the guest list and the email invitations we'd sent out from my account. I took a deep breath, and I started typing. Subject: canceled, summer send-off barbecue. Body: "Hi everyone. I'm so sorry to do this at the last minute, but I have to cancel this Saturday's barbecue. Fiona has informed me she invited her ex-boyfriend, Dominic, and would prefer to host him alone. She suggested that if I was uncomfortable, I should leave my own home for the evening to make them more comfortable. Obviously, this isn't the party we all planned. I'm not willing to host an event under those circumstances, and I'm certainly not leaving my home. Sorry again for canceling. I hope to catch you all soon under much better circumstances. Best, Liam." I hit send to all 50 people. Then I went into the guest room and locked the door. I set my alarm for 6 a.m. I woke up to the sound of her phone vibrating on the nightstand in the other room. It wasn't just vibrating. It sounded like an angry hornet's nest. Buzz, 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 buzz. A few minutes later, my bedroom door handle rattled. "Liam, Liam, are you in there? Unlock the door." I heard her stomp back to the bedroom, then back. The rattling was more frantic. "Liam, what did you do? My phone is exploding. What did you send?" I got up, calmly made myself a coffee in the guest room's small kitchenette. It's more of a suite, thankfully. She was screaming through the door now. "You humiliated me. You psycho. You're going to regret this. Open the door." The call she got? Oh, they were beautiful. I could hear her muffled voice. "No, that's not what happened. He's twisting my words. Maya, you know I wouldn't." He's the one being controlling. He canceled it, not me. I just sipped my coffee. She wanted me to leave. I'm just getting a head start on packing. Update 1. Thank you all for the comments and support. It's been validating. I'm not the crazy one. This past week has been, well, it's been hell. But the fog is clearing. So, after about an hour of her screaming and her phone blowing up, I finally opened the guest room door. She was standing there, hair a mess, face red and puffy from crying. phone clutched in her hand. You, she sputtered. You humiliated me. To everyone. My mom called me. Maya thinks I'm some kind of cheater. You need to fix this. Now, send another email. Tell them you misunderstood. Tell them you were jealous and overreacted. Apologize. I just looked at her. No. What do you mean, no? I mean, I'm not sending another email. I'm not apologizing. I sent the truth. Did you, or did you not, tell me to leave my own home so you could host your ex? That's not what I meant, she shrieked. You twisted it. You're supposed to trust me. This is emotional abuse. Kicking me out of my condo for another man is what? Exactly? A welcoming gift. She just stared at me, dumbfounded that I wasn't backing down. Before she could wind up for another round, her sister, Celeste, let herself into the condo. She apparently has a key, which is news to me. Celeste didn't even look at me. She just rushed to Fiona. Oh my God, Fi, are you okay? I saw the email. He's insane. What a psycho. She finally turned to me. You need to apologize to her. You've ruined her reputation. You know how sensitive she is. This is a complete overreaction. You're a controlling monster. I'm controlling? For not wanting to be kicked out of my own house. She was just flustered. Celeste shot back. She didn't mean it. You're supposed to love her. You're just trying to punish her. You're probably going to kick her out, aren't you? Well, you can't. She has rights. This is her home, too. Fiona, seeing her sister backing her up, found her strength. She's right. This is my home. You can't just kick me out. And after you just did this to me, I'm not going anywhere. Then came the first real dirty trick. In fact, Fiona said, crossing her arms, I don't think I should have to pay for utilities this month. Or groceries. Not after the emotional distress you've caused me. You can cover it. It's the least you can do after humiliating me. The entitlement was staggering. She wanted me to pay for her life while she figured out how to spin this. I just nodded. You're right. This has become a legal situation. You're right. This is your home. Legally, you're a tenant at will. So, we'll handle this legally. I went to my desk, opened my laptop, and found a standard, state-approved 30-day notice to vacate template. I filled it out, printed 2 copies, and walked back to the living room where she and Celeste were whispering. I handed 1 copy to Fiona. What's this? She sneered. That's your formal, legal 30-day notice to vacate. You have until the 20th of next month to be out with all your belongings. Our verbal tenancy agreement is terminated. Fiona and Celeste just stared at the paper. You're evicting me, Fiona whispered, the color draining from her face. I'm terminating your tenancy, as is my right as the homeowner. Over a party? She screamed. No, over you telling me to leave my home for another man. Over you inviting him behind my back. Over you proving, in no uncertain terms, that you have zero respect for me, this relationship, or my home. The party just exposed it all. Celeste started yelling. You'll be hearing from our lawyer. This is retaliation. This is illegal. I look forward to it, I said. Please have him contact me directly. Now, I'd like you to leave, Celeste. You're trespassing. Celeste looked like she was going to swing at me, but I just held my ground. She grabbed Fiona, and they stormed out, slamming the door. I immediately double-bolted it and put the chain on. Then my phone buzzed. An unknown number. Hey man, this is Dominic. Listen, I don't know what your problem is, but you need to back off. Fiona is really upset. You sent some crazy email, and now you're kicking her out? Seriously uncool, dude. You're overreacting. She just said we were all going to hang out. I typed back one response. She told me to leave my home so you two could be alone. Ask her about that. Then lose my number. He didn't reply. I spent the rest of the day in a daze. I started boxing up her things from the living room. Knickknacks, blankets, the weird sculpture she bought. I piled them by the front door. This is going to be the longest 30 days of my life. Update 2. This is not a 30-day war. This is a siege. Living with someone who is actively trying to destroy you from the inside is an education. I have 18 days left until the notice is up. Fiona and Celeste must have realized they couldn't just bully me because they moved on to Dirty Tricks, the sequel. Dirty Trick 1, The Petty War. Fiona is making my life a living hell. It's almost impressive in its childishness. She accidentally used all the hot water every morning before I had to get ready for work. She forgot to buy groceries and then ate the specific food she knows I meal prep for the week. She'll come home at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, turn on the living room TV to full volume, and fall asleep on the couch. She's trying to make me leave. Dirty trick 2. The legal scare. I was served. Well, served. A guy in a messy suit handed me a letter from a law office I've only ever seen advertised on bus benches. It was a cease and desist, full of typos. It claimed I was engaging in a campaign of harassment by illegally evicting her and libeling her to our mutual friends. It said she was a common-law spouse, which isn't a thing in our state, and was demanding 50% of my condo's equity and $10,000 for emotional distress. It also demanded I immediately cease and desist packing her belongings, as I was tampering with her property. Dirty trick 3. The property grab. This was the boldest. I have a large framed art print in my office. It's a signed, limited edition piece by an artist I've followed for years. It's my favorite thing I own. I came home from work to find a bright pink sticky note on it. The note said, "Mine. Anniversary gift 2021. Do not pack." She is lying. I bought that print in 2017, a full year before I even met her. She's just claiming it. She's banking on the fact that I won't have the proof. I was shaking with anger. But I'm not playing her game. I'm playing mine. My response, the methodical takedown. First, I hire my own lawyer. A good one. A shark. The retainer fee hurt, but peace of mind is priceless. He laughed out loud at the common law letter. He said the libel claim is a joke because truth is an absolute defense, and her own text to me, which I saved, proves her intent. Second, per his advice, I bought 2 small, very visible security cameras and placed them in the living room and the kitchen. Fiona lost her mind. "You're spying on me. That's illegal. I'm calling the cops." "Go ahead," I said, plugging the last one in. "It's my home. I'm documenting my property and my own safety. Given your sister's unannounced entries and your lawyer's false claims, I'm protecting myself. If you don't like being on camera, you're welcome to leave 18 days early." The late-night TV concerts have stopped. Third, I dealt with the art print. I went into my attic, dug through my old file boxes, and found it. The original gallery receipt from 2017. Framed, dated, with my name and credit card info on it. I taped a copy of it to the wall right next to her sticky note. She hasn't said a word about it since. The investigation, the snap moment. Her lawyer's letter got me thinking. If she's this bold, she's hiding more. I didn't have to hack her phone. I didn't have to hire a PI. I just had to look at the bills. I manage our shared toll pass account. It's linked to my credit card. I was logging in to remove her transponder before the next billing cycle. I decided to check the history. For the last 8 months, every Tuesday and Thursday night. Her car, same toll plaza, same exit, 9:15 p.m. Same plaza, same exit, in reverse, 1:30 a.m. Her late-night yoga class with Celeste. I Googled the exit. It's a residential area across the bridge. I Googled Dominic's name. His apartment complex is right off that exit. This wasn't a reconnection. This wasn't her running into him. This has been going on for almost a year. The party, my God. The party was her trying to introduce her 2 lives. She was trying to get me and her friends to like him, to normalize him, so she could eventually trade up or down, as it seems, without looking like the villain. She didn't just tell me to leave for an evening. She was trying to get me to vacate my own life. I waited for her to come home last night. She was back in Ice Queen mode, ignoring me. "How was yoga?" I asked, not looking up from my laptop. She stopped. "What? Yoga? With Celeste. You went, right?" "It's Thursday." "Yes," she said, her voice clipped. "What?" I turned my laptop around. On the screen was the toll pass statement. 8 months of it. Just admiring your dedication. That's a long drive, all the way across the bridge. You must be exhausted, especially since Celeste's building is downtown, in the opposite direction. I zoomed in on the map, right next to the list of charges. The pin was on Dominic's apartment complex. But I guess it's a convenient location for yoga. She didn't speak. She didn't cry. She didn't yell. Her face just crumpled. It was the look of someone who had just been checkmated. This whole thing, I said, the party, he's matured, all of it. It was a lie. You're not just entitled, Fiona. You're a cheat. And a terrible one. I closed the laptop. 18 days, I said. Or you can leave now. She went into the bedroom and locked the door. My lawyer has already sent a response to hers, complete with the toll records and the 2017 art print receipt. Her lawyer's emotional distress claim seems to have evaporated. Now we wait for move-out day. Final update. It's over. She's gone. The 30-day notice expired yesterday at noon. I came home from work at 1 p.m., and she was still there, sitting on the couch, watching TV, surrounded by her boxes, as if it were just another Tuesday. Fiona, I said, it's 1 p.m. The notice is up. You need to leave. She looked at me, a smirk on her face. No, I don't think I will. My lawyer said this is all kinds of illegal. You're not getting rid of me that easy. We're going to court. You'll have to pay to evict me. She thought she had one last card to play, that I'd be scared of a long, drawn-out eviction process. Okay, I said. I pulled out my phone. I dialed the non-emergency police line. Hello, I'd like to request a civil standby to remove a trespasser. I have a former tenant at will who has failed to vacate after a legal 30-day notice has expired. Fiona's smirk vanished. You're calling the cops? You're trespassing, Fiona. 2 officers showed up about 20 minutes later, a man and a woman. And just as I predicted, the moment they knocked, Fiona burst into tears. Officers, thank God, she cried, rushing to the door. My fiancé is throwing me out. I have nowhere to go. He's been abusive. He's filming me. He's trying to steal my things. The female officer looked at me with pure disgust. Sir, what is going on here? You can't just throw her out on the street. This is the bias I was expecting. They see a crying woman and a calm man, and they assume he's the villain. But I was prepared. I wasn't a Samantha Downing narrator. I was just a guy who was tired of being played. I had a folder ready. Officers, I understand completely, I said calmly. She's not my fiancée. We're not married. She was a tenant at will, paying a small amount for utilities. Here is the deed to my condo, in my name only, purchased in 2017. Here is my driver's license, matching this address. I handed them the papers. Here, I continued, is a copy of the state tenancy at will statute. Here is a copy of the legal 30-day notice to vacate. And here is a notarized affidavit of service, proving she received this notice 30 days ago. Her tenancy officially ended at 12 p.m. today. She is trespassing. The male officer took the folder and started reading. The female officer's expression slowly changed from hostility to professional neutrality. Ma'am, the male officer said to Fiona, this all appears to be in order. This is a civil matter, and your legal tenancy here is over. You have to leave. But my property, she shrieked, pointing at the art print. He's stealing it. That's mine. He can't keep it. Officers, I said, I have a receipt for that print right here. I pulled the 2017 receipt from the folder. I purchased it a year before I met her. She is welcome to sue me for it in small claims court, but she is not removing it from my home. The female officer sighed. Ma'am, we cannot get involved in property disputes. If it's disputed, you can't take it. You'll have to handle that in court. Right now, you need to gather your undisputed belongings and vacate the premises. Fiona's face was a mask of pure, unadulterated venom. The tears were gone. Fine, she spat. Her sister Celeste was waiting outside in a rented van. It took them 4 trips to get all the boxes. The whole time, Celeste was muttering, asshole, and you'll get yours under her breath. As Fiona walked out for the last time, she stopped in the doorway. You're a monster, Liam. A cold, heartless monster. I hope you're happy, all alone in your empty condo. I will be, I said, and I shut the door. I locked the deadbolt. I locked the chain. And I leaned against the door, my heart hammering. I'm not going to lie. I felt shaky, not with regret, but with adrenaline. It's been a week. I got one last letter from her bus bench lawyer, demanding $5,000 for the value of the art print. My lawyer sent back a certified letter with a receipt and a note threatening a countersuit for frivolous litigation and legal fees. We haven't heard back. The gossip? Oh, it's been rich. Maya, her former best friend, who is now firmly my friend, gave me the rundown. Fiona did move in with Dominic into his tiny one-bedroom apartment that he, wait for it, shares with 2 other roommates. The matured Dominic apparently doesn't have a job. He's a crypto investor who trades all day, meaning he's broke. Fiona, who was used to my condo and my salary subsidizing her life, is apparently miserable. She has to pay for everything, and she's discovering that Dominic's thrill doesn't pay for nice dinners. Celeste isn't speaking to her, furious that Fiona lied to her for months about the affair and dragged her into the middle of this mess, making her look like an idiot too. As for me, I'm not happy. This whole thing was draining, expensive, and deeply sad. It cost me thousands in lawyer fees and 4 years of my life. I had to learn in real time how to be a cold, calculating person just to protect myself. But I'm satisfied. I had a deep cleaning crew come in and scrub the entire condo. I changed the locks again, just in case. The air feels lighter. I took the original party email list and sent one final follow-up last night. Subject: housewarming for real this time. Body: hey all. Apologies again for the unpleasantness last month. The air has been cleared and the trash has officially been taken out. I'm having that barbecue for real 2 weeks from Saturday. My home, my rules. Hope you can make it. Dominic is not invited. The RSVPs have been amazing.